closet. Somebody said to me the other day they only watch my videos when I'm wearing these sunglasses. So I had to go and find them and put them on for this video because I think this is an important one. There's a guy that's been banned from all social media platforms because of the shit that he was spewing and his misogynistic attitude and and I 100% agree with the fact that he was banned and that he was kicked off the platforms and that nobody's listening to his pyramid scheme anymore. But the issue is a lot of young men were sucked in by his bullshit and were attracted to what he was saying, and the question is why, and the problem is trying to figure out what it was about him that was so appealing. And I think the answer is a lot of people are feeling isolated and alone and sort of cast out, and he was appealing to those people and he was telling them that he's got the answer to their problem or to their problem. And what he was saying, if you take away all the bullshit, makes sense. The problem is he was wrapping it in this controversial, misogynistic tone and attitude in order to get more views and in order to polarize people and in order to get more customers for his Hustlers University bullshit. But anyway, point is, I don't want to talk too much about this guy. What I'm trying to say is the underlying message that you need to be at the top of your game. You need to do whatever it takes for you to be happy. And that is the message. And that doesn't just apply to young men, it applies to young women, it applies to older men and women, it applies to everybody. You are in control of your life, right? Everything you do is a choice. You always have a choice in everything that you do. And yes, things are going to happen that are going to be beyond your control, and that's fine. Things happen, but how you react to those things is 100% within your control. And I'm not saying that don't react negatively, because shit happens, and you're sad about it, and you're angry about it, or whatever emotions you have about it, those emotions are valid, and have them. Just don't become them. Don't become your emotion. And Anthony Joshua is the perfect example of this. We saw when he lost to Alexander Usyk. He was angry, he was upset, he lost his mind, he threw the belts, he swore at people, it was a completely human reaction. Yes, as a champion, you are supposed to be a role model, and you are supposed to sort of, always try and put the best version of yourself forward at all times. But that was pure, raw emotion, and it is what it is. But he didn't become that emotion. He didn't let it define who he is as a person. He felt it, he acted on it, and then he came back and he apologized, and he came back to, he thought about it, and he calmed himself down. And that is exactly what everybody needs to do with all emotions. Feel it, let it go, move on. Do not become the emotion. Something bad happens, you want to be angry about it, be angry about it, but don't become an angry person. Be angry about it and then, put it behind you and move on. Something sad happens, yes, be sad about it. Like, feel that emotion. Just don't become a sad, don't let that be your defining feature. Find the next positive thing. Find something to look forward to. Find something to refocus on and move on. So I mean, where I started this video is obviously talking about why these young men in particular were attracted to this message that this guy was spewing. And it was about how they can better themselves, how they can feel good about themselves, how they can define the limits and the boundaries in their lives in order for them to be the men that they aspire to be. Now, the problem with that is, like I said, there's nothing wrong with the message. Yes, go improve yourself, go to the gym, focus on learn new things. Be careful about who you let in your circle. Be picky about who you spend your time with. All of those things are valid. All of those things are real, and it applies across the board. But don't be an asshole. Don't let those things define who you are. So it's fine to say, I like working out 5 times a week because I want my body to look a certain way. I want to, but don't let that be your personality. Seriously, who the fuck cares how you look besides you? There's nothing wrong with looking a certain way, and there's nothing wrong with aspiring to that, and there's nothing wrong with working towards that and making that a goal and going all out and achieving it. But don't let that be a defining characteristic. And the same goes with everything else. You are not one thing. You are not an emotion. You are a complex being with a multitude of emotions, and those can change all the time and constantly, and that's fine, as long as you know that you need to feel it, deal with it, and move on. Yeah. This video is a lot longer than I expected it to be, but yeah, I've been wanting to say this for a while, and I'm wearing the glasses, so I'm hoping that people will take this video seriously. And yeah, have an awesome fucking week.